Hello, everybody. This vlog today is about something I had the opportunity to do at placement 2 days ago. It's Saturday today, and I did this on Thursday. I managed the shift. I ran the shift at placement on Thursday. Um, in your third year, I mean, I'm in my second year now, but in your third year, you have a final placement, which sometimes is referred to as sign-off placement. But some people do call it their management placement. Oh, I want to go here on my management, or I'm going to get to do this on my management. So it's just another term for it. So with your third year placements, your final placement, you do a lot of stuff with management. So you'll be leading the team and have more responsibilities within the people you're working with and the people in your care. Um, but my mentor asked me. Actually, they didn't ask me; they just told me I was doing it. They said to me on Tuesday or on Thursday, I'm going to get you to run the shift, and I was like, what? I couldn't believe it. Simply because Thursday is the most hectic day. For the reason that on Thursday morning they have the weekly MDT meeting where all the clinicians that are involved in their care, the patient's care, so like the the psychiatrist and the psychologist and the speech and language therapist and sometimes the occupational therapist and one or two more. They all come to the unit and a staff member there feeds back the nurse in charge, which was obviously me that day. The nurse in charge feeds back to the MDT how the people are doing and any instances that have occurred in the past week. And so that happens every Thursday. So that's just a bit hectic because it takes you away from other duties. It's like it's quite a large chunk of the day, so you've got to get stuff done before the meeting and then catch up with stuff afterwards. And just other things like that. Like so, when the shift started, I had to get handover from the person that just finished the night. There's three houses. The office is in the middle house, and then there's two. They're basically identical, apart from the office is only in the middle one. But my job is to delegate roles in the morning. So I have to say, oh, you two are going in that house, and you two are going in that one. But I've got to think about the gender ratio. So staffing has got to be appropriate in terms of that issue. So it was like, you need to have one male and one female in each house, one male and female in that house, and in the middle. Just to make sure there was drivers who could, so when people were going for their leave, their escorted leave to the community, that people were driving. I had to coordinate staff breaks. So telling people, when to go for their breaks and assign them other roles. Normally, when they do your nursing notes at the end of the day. It's sometimes me or the support workers that sign them, and the nurse in charge that countersigns them. It's just a thing. It's best practice. It's seen as best practice to get them countersigned by a qualified nurse. But on that day, it was the support workers that were writing the notes, and I countersigned them. So that day, the real nurse didn't even read any of the notes at all. Um, I then prepared handover, so I wrote the sheet. I got feedback on what all the guys had been up to from the staff, and then presented handover to the staff that came on at night. I went to the meeting myself in the morning, fed back to the clinicians about all the patients, but the secretary that normally does the minutes was off. So then they made me. They said, "Oh, we unanimously voted you to do the minutes today." So brilliant. So I had to feed back what the patients had been up to, then write down what I was saying because I'm minuting all the stuff. So it took me 4 hours. The meeting was 4 hours long, so I had to. I was writing for 4 hours, and then I had to go back and type it all up. So that was a huge chunk out of the day. Plus, I was doing medicine, and yeah, so it was a really good opportunity. I think I'm gonna like to do it again because I want to do it on when it's a day not where the MDT meeting is, so that I can experience it without having to be in a meeting for 4 hours, then typing up minutes for another 4 hours. Because it really took me to basically have the 12 hours of shifts for about 8 hours. So I was doing minuting and huge. It took me hours and hours and hours. Um, so yeah, but it was a good experience, and getting the staff signing their roles in the morning. Delegating roles is an important thing, and I've put that in my additional skills. Like at the end of each competency in your placement documents, you've got set skills that you either you pass, you fail, or whatever. And there's about 20 blank ones where you can write the skill in yourself and get it signed off that you've done that. So on mine, I've written delegating roles when managing the shift, so that can get signed off. Also, just this on Wednesday, I had my midway interview, which is just the interview you have half of the replacement, and that purpose of that is to just see how you're getting on so far, if you're on target, if not, why not, and what can you do to address those issues to make you get back on target. Um, my mentor says I'm on target, so she signed me off as working to the standard required, so I don't need to think of anything to do to catch up. I'm on track to pass. So that's good. I'm really happy with that. Everything's going really positive, really well. Really enjoying it. I don't want to leave. I don't want to go back to uni. I mean, I do obviously. I really am going to miss this placement so much. I've still got 4 weeks left, so hopefully they're going to really drag. So I really want it to last for as long as possible. And that's it really. Um, more vlogs coming up. More vlogs coming up. Yeah, I'm just tired. I'm tired. It's been one of those weeks. Three long days, and then the stress of managing the shift. 12.5 hours. Didn't really get a break. I did, but it was just 5 minutes here and there, not a set like have a break. But that's preparing me for the reality of what life is like as a qualified nurse. I'm not just gonna take all these breaks when I'm a student and suddenly realise when I'm qualified that I don't get them. There's no point having it sugar coated for me that this is what the luxury of being a qualified nurse is like. I know that it's different from that, so I'm preparing for it now, so it's more of a experience as a student, a realistic experience. Yeah, so yeah, more vlogs coming up. I still got the list on my desktop here, so I've got a few of those to work through. But that's it now. So I'm gonna go to bed, get a good night's sleep, and ready for another day of being a student nurse tomorrow. So I'll see you later, guys. Bye.